Public M&A deals are typically subject to a high degree of uncertainty. For instance, the market price is dynamic and there is limited visibility on the quantum of tendering in an open offer. To mitigate risks, parties prefer structures with limited complexities, at least to the extent possible in listed deals, with an inbuilt fail-safe to achieve the overall commercial objectives. One such commercial objective is to acquire a clear majority, that is a 51% stake in the listed company, and its potential fail-safe is something referred to as a conditional open offer. Before we discuss a conditional open offer, some quick background which might be helpful. Public market deals can broadly be categorized into two buckets: a minority non-control investment and a majority control deal. A majority deal, which results in a change in shareholding of 25% stake or more in a listed company, triggers a mandatory open offer to acquire a minimum of 26% shares of the listed company from its public shareholders. Let's play this out. An acquirer is considering an acquisition of a 51% stake in a listed company. The simplest way to achieve this is by purchasing the entire 51% under a negotiated contract. However, this would trigger an open offer for an additional 26% and might result in a higher than intended stake, that is up to 77%, being an aggregate of the 51 plus 26. Another option is to acquire 25% under a contract and hope to receive an additional 26% under the open offer, which may or may not happen. Enter a conditional open offer. Under this option, an acquirer is permitted to make an open offer conditional on a minimum uptake from the public. And if this minimum is not achieved, the acquirer has the option to walk away from the underlying contract and the open offer. In effect, an all or nothing deal. Let's take an example. An acquirer enters into a share purchase agreement to acquire a 30% stake in a listed company from its promoters. The agreement triggers an open offer. Instead of a regular open offer, the acquirer launches one which is conditional on the acquirer receiving a minimum acceptance of 21% in the open offer. Consequently, the agreement plus the open offer acceptance would equal 51%, the desired target. Ordinarily, without the conditional open offer, the acquirer would be bound to complete the acquisition of shares tendered in the open offer, irrespective of the number of shares tendered. However, in case of a conditional open offer, if the minimum acceptance, which is 21%, is not met, the acquirer has the option of walking away from the open offer, but at the same time, he must also walk away from the underlying transaction.